Welcome to Ruger Tech Tips. Today we're going to show you how to clean your Ruger pistol caliber carbine. From our other Ruger videos, you can see how we can completely disassemble the pistol caliber carbine as well as to put it back together again. I've already made sure that I have no live ammo in any of my magazines, the rifle, or in my work area. To begin with, all I need are just some basic cleaning essentials. I've got some oil, some solvent, an oily rag, a rag just to wipe down any debris to get that out of there, a couple cleaning jags. I've got a solid jag as well as a bristle jag, some cleaning patches, a rod, and a good pair of safety glasses. And to begin with, I'm going to start with my barrel assembly, clean that, and I'm just going to take a bristle brush and I'm going to coat this in solvent, and I'm going to run this through the bore a couple of times to get a good amount of solvent down inside of there. So I'm going to run that through. Depending on how dirty it is, I may let that sit for a while and soak in a little bit. In this case, I'm gonna swap, go to a regular cleaning jag, and I'm gonna put some solvent on this and run this through. And basically, I would repeat this process, running some solvent through, running my brush through, running patches through, and continue to do that how many ever times it's necessary until you get a patch out that's good and clean. You want that coming out fairly clean. When you're finished, when you're satisfied that the bore is clean, then you're just going to take a very light amount of oil, not a crazy amount, and get that onto your patch and just do a light coat of oil through the bore. And just run a light coat of oil through that. Before you put the rifle in to use, you want to run a dry patch through, clean that out. The other parts of the rifle, I would just get some solvent on a patch, and particularly the face where the cartridge sits on your bolt assembly, is you're going to want to clean that out, wipe out these bottom portions to make sure there's no debris built up inside of there. A good wipe down of the entire bolt assembly. Here's my rag to clean that all off, get any debris out of there. And I would basically do that part by part. Get some solvent in your trigger group. Don't go crazy with that. A light amount of solvent down inside of there. Possibly use a toothbrush or some small tool to get down there, clean that out. And again, any major debris you can wipe out with a rag. And again, I would just go part by part. Your receiver up where the barrel assembly meets is going to need some cleaning up in here. So again, I would put some solvent directly inside of here. Go in with a patch, get out the bulk of that debris, go in with a cleaning rag, and wipe that out. And again, part by part, I would go through this. The stock assembly is probably not going to get terribly dirty, but again, I would have a solvent wetted rag and wipe everything out. Once you've gone through and sufficiently cleaned all your debris, got any powder residue, anything like that in, I would go through and put some oil on the various parts. Most of it you're just going to need to wipe down. We've already done the interior of our bore. I would do the exterior just with an oil-soaked rag, not heavy, but just a light amount just to coat it, protect it against the elements. Same is true with our trigger group. For the actual pivot points, I would do a single drop of lubricant. Again, do not over oil, just a single drop on the pivot points. Okay, let that work in. Again, very light amount of oil on the bolt assembly as well as the upper bolt assembly. Okay. Again, repeating this with the receiver. Now that you've cleaned your pistol caliber carbine, you can go to the Ruger Tech Tip videos and watch the assembly video to see how to put your pistol caliber carbine back together again. Thanks for watching this Ruger Tech tip.